Hi, and welcome to my stream as usual. As you can see, game is still loading. My PC literally crashed as I was about to stream, so I'm a little bit late. First off, thanks to Freddy Porforioso for following me on Twitch. And yeah, short recap basically as usual. Let me see. Like we had one scenario where Devana was basically working through all the information he got and also recovered a glimpse of hope, more or less, that New Lanzi and Emulai are not yet razed to the ground, which led to the next scenario where we basically rushed all the way to New Emulai, or at least to an outer fortress manned by those of not New Emulai, just Emulai, by those of Emulai. Arriving at the city, they discovered that only one member of the convocation, the leader of the Eisenstone clan, Lady Raelian, was still in commission, while even Volgatha, that managed to teleport to New Elancia, is currently in a coma and was unable to give a clear account of what happened. But they did manage to figure out that Elazaric was a spy and that, well, everyone else sadly died, leaving only Mal-Edir and Lady Raelian as members of the convocation, which also led to a couple elevations to the convocation, including Devana. After exchanging all the information, Mal-Edir was not willing to escape at all and was instead aiming to take down Arya, at least take down Arya before they leave. But considering they knew about the Warlord, which we who played Invasion from the Unknown know who that is, it is a wise decision to flee off before her. But well, they did want to take Arya down at the very least. So now, basically the forces were split into three, and we are part of the center force, the force that is whose aim it is to kill Arya, to get her to reveal herself, and Devana will challenge her to single combat. And high arc, let's be. To single combat because he believes that if both Arya and him with the Rod of Justice, use their full power to strike at each other, everyone around them will not be safe, and he is not willing to, well, risk all his people for that. Maybe not exactly risk, but more like condemn to their death. So let's take a break. Okay, so you're still... No, they do have a healer, so they can just stay there, and this is basically my unit behind the lines to heal units up. So I definitely need to avoid triggering the enemy war drone, unlike those guys who trigger them very much. But let's destroy as many drones as possible, of course. Especially those that can poison others. That's kinda a shame, honestly. That's very much a shame. Come on! Okay, at least one of them is down. This one can poison. I guess I am kinda willing to sacrifice that Night God. Damn! Okay, my Saurian flanker is basically dead. I'm so sorry. And I realized I do actually need to take a break before I continue streaming. That was bad timing by me. So I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, mages aren't I mean, they are hitting like 50%, so... Okay, I mean, Mal-Edir definitely could have finished this one off if it hit 70% of his attacks. I'll have to live with that. For now, as I said, I sadly do need to take a break instantly, but I will be back very soon. Sorry for the break, but now I'm back. And I do think my Sergeant Flanker is probably dead. It's a shame, but actually, I can save her by sacrificing someone else. Kinda. Damn, but at least that means my Sergeant Skirmisher gets some XP. So I do think I very much should take advantage of my shield, of my protector. And looking at this, I am also making very, very good progress in taking down enemies. Like, green is sort of just standing around here more or less, like, except the ones we've already killed. But that's sort of understandable, I guess. After all, they are only level 1s mostly, and for those I must be very, very scary. So where do I place my protector? Over here? You can definitely just attack someone. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, just go for that. Here, and take this one down. Actually, oh yeah, I did miss some text from Glitch B. I mean, it does kind of suck, but it does happen from time to time. That's sadly true. On the other hand, sometimes you get a lot of hits in, so balance. I do hope someone attacks this guy. I guess Mercy can just tank by not dodging everything. It's kind of wasteful that they even have any villages, considering how much in a deficit and how much depth I'm taking on every single turn. I honestly don't know what level 0 units were around for them to get damaged, so... Like... I don't remember. Generally, let's see. Why would there be level 0 units? No, no. Oh, the Falcons! Yes, of course. I completely forgot about them because they, of course, got wiped out first. Well, that's okay. Like, that's the advantage of the poisoning units. They do not go for damage, they only... Ah, yes, I did say I was kind of sacrificing them. The damaging units do not go for damage. No, Comrade John! No, I'm so sorry. I gotta admit, I did not expect that. I mean, I don't even have a ghost to train up again, so I cannot, at least this scenario, train up a new Comrade John. Right. Most of those undead are only now arriving, true. It's kinda disheartening a little bit to see how my blue allies are absolutely Okay, what was that? Something clearly happened. Anyways, I was saying blue side clearly is unable to hold their front, whereas here I am grinding down the enemies. Nothing I can do much about it, I just have to deal with them one by one. So Kalasa will need a backup healer, and I do think my Soothsayer is absolutely capable of that. For that, actually, I'm gonna move them here, so Maldaaf doesn't even have to move to attack. No, they can reach, but I can block them. And I definitely should take this one down, because I never know if there's gonna be more backup for them. And I really don't want to risk it. No! I thought he would be able to reach, but he can't. So he's basically a little bit wasted there. Nice. So it means I do not necessarily have to kill this one this very turn. But it's also nice. I would like to kill this one though. Fair? Ooh, that would have been not nice at all. But at least purple is neutralized now. Time to roll them up from left to right. I generally don't know where John died, so I gotta go back to the beginning of the turn, and here it is on 328. So I can add a rip there. Oh, here it is. That label. RIP Comrade John. It wasn't really not intentional, but considering how close we are already to the end, I think it is fine-ish enough to just let it go for now. Also, I'm honestly just gonna fall back a little bit, because those enemies are plenty scary, especially the undead. Actually, I do want to protect my units a bit from those undead, and the shield guard is a very good candidate for that. So I'm just gonna move him over here to block them from just overwhelming this one completely. So back up a little bit, back up. All my healers are together. And I'm gonna go back at them once the short dark is over. Like, considering how they have destroyed this flank. Oh, I did already choose plus 8 HP for this one. No? Wait. Oh no, I chose plus HP for Comrade John, and I was kind of under the assumption, yeah, I have already chosen plus HP for this one because I was looking at the preview for plus HP. So yeah, I would have picked the plus HP if I hadn't goofed up. Anyway, basically because this side of the enemies is so done, I can expect them to go over here. And because I don't want to basically get rolled up from the right side, I do think it's a good idea to pull back a little bit and give myself some space to react to that, instead of them being able to circle around and take me down. Oh damn! I see. Yes, that one is not even trying. That's okay. So yeah, they do need a little bit more to take them down completely, but as you can see, they are clearly succeeding. And my allies are not really able to distract them forever. And I much rather would have them to take a long route to get to me than being instantly enraged. And very good job for that outlaw. Very good job. For the record, yeah, this is still really scary. Devana! I can sense it coming, my leader, though I know not what it is. I fear we may have to suffer another surprise from the Chaos Empire soon. So I do wonder if it's a overpowered Jaxel or something, and I do also wonder if it will arrive in concert with the area or even before that, and I really hope it's gonna be before that. Yeah, the cacti, I mean, they're just the same as any woes. If they're caught on flat land, they're toast, especially against superior forces. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but that was probably pretty loud. Anyway, as I was saying, I do plan on not taking any of these villages and trying to hand them over to my ally, and that was the wrong move. Why was it a wrong move? Because if I do not want to take the village and I still want this one to reach, my leader cannot occupy this place, of course. So I gotta move them over. And done. Very nice. 2 more to go. But yeah, the actually success in this fight is really that... Oh, this one is also poisoned. Is that all of the green unit, like most of the green units and nearly all of the purple units have been taken down. Taking down the leader was at that point just a bonus to make sure that they cannot backstab me at any time. Actually, I can do this if I want to. And for that I can also move over here. Good job, Kronak. Like, it's not really necessary to do that to them, but it's a nice bonus and allows me to one-tap them. Exactly, pulling back from here allows me to wipe those some 6 units out without instant retaliation from the right side. So again, being able to, well, divide and conquer pretty much. I'm actually not sure if divide and conquer is just, yeah, split the enemies up so you can defeat them one by one, or if it's more like specifically, yeah, don't allow them to ally with each other, because then this wouldn't be a divide and conquer, because they're not fighting against each other, but it is definitely a divide in the sense that I'm not fighting them all at once. Perfect. And I mean, I can reach this one instantly, but I will soon. With that, green is also finished. This one's poisoned, so I can get a healer. Those 2 healers are over there, of course, and can move over there, and then can move this one there as well. Yeah. This looks like very good progress. Hi Refumi, and thank you. As you can see, I'm already at a point where the enemy forces are completely being overwhelmed, so luckily not much luck needed at this point. Unless I get really bad luck, then I would need good luck. So yeah, I'm actually fine with black moving on my blue allies, because they do have some loyal forces, and I'm actually confident that they will be able to deal with them. Actually, okay, fine, the skeletons might actually be a problem, so let's go for those. Let's send them some allies. Great, like not, but I still will survive. So this guy is in reach, but I do think that's probably fine, but I think I still should do it as the last thing I do. So if it doesn't work, I can just say, oh, that was a very bad idea, I miscalculated, and then can redo the turn without having to redo everything I did before that. Yep, what a marksman indeed. Sometimes the enemy is just better at dodging than you. It happens. So every resistance is every resist. No, that's that first. 20 bonus to every resistance. I would like that. Wait, what? Oh, that is interesting. It would lower my... Okay, that's hilarious. I like that's not good, actually. Reviewing, I believe this implementation of the protection special is basically from Era of Chaos and not something specific to this campaign. In the sense of where do I report it? Do I report it to you? Do I report it to Era of Chaos, or whatever am I gonna do? Because I do think we can agree that is not a reasonable implementation. So let's see for this one. Interesting. Like, what the hell? Why does it... Huh? What? Oh, right. No, sorry. This is not the interaction with protection. This is actually a campaign bug because it's an interaction with the Steadfast Talisman. See? On defense, this unit's resistance are increased by 20% up to a maximum of 50%. And in this case it goes 60% plus 20% is 80%, but we've got a maximum of 50%, so we're gonna go down to 50% again. So revenue, that is actually a Rod of Justice bug of the Steadfast Talisman. Good to know. As you can see, the guards are actually getting involved there. Oh, that's fine. Oh, even Rallion is getting involved in herself. That's fine. Especially since she dodged the poison. Hey, there's only one unit left in poison. Nice. It should make some things easier. And this guy has so much income because he took all those villages, and it's gonna take a while until my blue friends arrive to take those villages up. Oh. I do wonder if I maybe should keep Brown alive until I get all the... until we can give Blue all his villages. And just what are you laughing about, Gunroar? It truly is pitiful, Elidia. All the former members of the Convocation, all the great warriors and sages that have lived in Parandel, and you're content to let them rot in the ground. Gunroar, you... No. No! You would not stoop as low as to do that, Gunroar. See for yourself, Master. I call upon the power Aya gifted unto me in the favor of the Dark Gods. Curse the scorched earth and unleash the gates of death. Oh no, that is harsh. Oh no! Okay, those guys are all supercharged with their HP for sure. Oh, I don't know who the fuck that is, to be honest. Arise! Oh no! That was the prince the Chimang Isle sent to defend us. That is harsh. Arise, arise, greatest defenders of Parandel, and be reborn in Uriah's grace. How did you? Gunroar! You shall be damned until time's end for this. How dare you disturb those spirits? My brother, you resurrected my brother, and incinerate you for this. Ha! Best of luck. As long as I have these 3 souls to power from, you cannot defeat me. At least, not until after AI arrives. Notice that this guy also has supercharged the health points. So I'm definitely gonna experiment. Am I able to destroy him? Oh no, that did sound like he heals at the beginning. Yep. Ah, so I really have to take those 3 down, those 3 first. So I guess at that, like, I was like, should I leave this lich alive until Blue takes all the villages? And it seems, yeah, the choice is actually not yours, not mine to make. It's gonna take a while to take those 3 down, those 3. Like, at least their damage is not supercharged, but the hit points, well. But yeah, I will be able to take down that war machine. I will be able to take all the elves down. So that at least is not a problem. This one I can leave alive, no need to deal with them. Let's take down. Anyone can take this one. Those 3 are down. And I do think, honestly, I should send one more ally to deal with them. I do want to finish them off after all. So I'm gonna put this one there to protect my poor Mega Barrage, because 9 times... Okay, 9 times 6 is a lot. Why does Blue need villages? To produce more cannon fodder for me, more units that I can basically hide behind to deal with them, with my enemies instead. I have so much depth, because my units are just all high level. There's no point in me taking those villages. And so, I'm feeding them to my ally basically. At least that's the plan. So let's keep destroying everyone I can see. Nice. So it's less that Blue absolutely needs those villages, but it's useful for me to for Blue to have those villages. Actually, I can any living unit and they will go to poison them, right? Right? I mean, at least I think so. Don't take another healer if you please. This one to take down, burn, and stuff like that. And this one can be sent as an ally as well. And everyone else keeps trying to heal. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I do not want to engage with them instantly. Healer. And yeah. Like, that is definitely a surprising backup they prepared. And it's certainly gonna take a while to deal with that. Ah, damn. Taking so long that the enemy actually has... No! Oh, damn. Okay, so this one... Wait a moment. Why is... What? Why are the leaders... Why do they belong to side 5 and not side 6? Hello? How does it make sense? And yeah, I definitely want to slow this guy first. So his damage... Actually, his damage is a little bit supercharged. Probably because he's the only level 1 unit around. And the others are actually... Since they are level 3 units, they just keep their damages. Nice. But yeah, it doesn't stop me from killing this one. That's for sure. Just gotta block this one from getting to her. So yeah, finish this one off. Honestly, take a rest and send this one to help. I I probably should have sent more dedicated forces to deal with them, because the projector drones steadfast, it's gonna take a while to take them down. Okay, so those just group up and are not quite willing to engage with me. I mean, fair enough, I am pretty scary, I guess. I don't know. Why not willing to fight me? Oh no, that poor ogre is definitely gonna die. What? 21? Oh no, oh damn! Leadership! Leadership and a better time of day for him. Oh, so yeah, oh yeah, that's best. +7, that's 100% damage more basically. No wonder Nazgul nearly died there. That was really scary. So yeah, good thing is Afria deals cold damage, so dealing with this one is not too hard for me. This is really scary how much damage that one does. Oh, come on, go down. Good. Just one enemy left. I am kinda scared for Jesus there. Okay, only one can reach. Perfect. And I'm actually gonna keep Roshan on there to bait this one into attacking. It's really a shame that they all went over there, like, scary. This one is way too dangerous for me. It's actually kinda nice that he, wait. Shouldn't this boost his... Oh, no, he doesn't have terror or anything. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Ah. Okay, so Darkens doesn't work, simply. Was it... So it was really just leadership? Thank you, Referee. But I think you will have to deal with the Darkens bug next, because it clearly doesn't work. As you can see, it's dusk, so technically it should apply nighttime, and that's simply not the case. The music is really, really frantic. Honestly, a bit distracting. It's also odd how their guards are absolutely unwilling to engage with me. Possibly, partially because they are side 5 instead of side 6. So I really gotta ask again, why are they side 6? And I definitely shouldn't have sent my Spectre for that. Why are the leaders... No, I didn't realize that I had... No. I hadn't realized that I hadn't moved this one. But let's go for this first. I might actually be able to finish them off. Do have a Night Gaunt. Don't need to keep alive. If I just... Yeah, okay, that is obviously not gonna work. That's a trust shot for me. So I take down this guy, the Forefather, and I'm gonna repeat it the way I did previously. And then I go for Toho, Eidolon. Nice. And then I'm just gonna rest. Don't need to do everything at once. I mean, it does use the sort of standard after the fall time of day schedule, and don't think I, I don't think it actually works. It actually takes notice of the time of day really, because for example, if you have a hex that is on fire and that's why it is light and it gives a time of day bonus for a lawful. If you place a unit with darkens next to it, it cancels out. And also remember if units with darkens or illuminates stand next to each other, it also interacts with each other. So it's not just it does not really care about what time of day it is. It just says less than that or more than that. But really, me, I gotta say, it does not make much sense for those guys to not be on the same side as their leaders. And I do think it might be best if... Like, honestly, I think them putting the leaders on side 5 is kind of like a workaround for them to actually attack and not just hang back over there like those guards do, which would be really annoying. If there was 3 souls dead, which I want to take down to get to Malganra. But yeah, I definitely do think it should be different than it is now, and that the guards could probably also be on side 5 to be willing to attack me. So, and I'm gonna see if anything is gonna go horribly wrong now. And it's really a shame that Blue is basically stuck down there. Okay, yeah, this champion is probably dead, but that's okay. Wait, why do you have that much income? Oh, okay, I generally didn't expect the Wraith to go for it. I kinda... Oh, the Draw cannot go for that. Oh no, Harrod, no. Oh, good job, Harrod, good job. I kinda thought you were a goner when you took down that Silvers. So now it's kinda... Again, do I wait? Do I wait for... do I wait a little bit to beat this one up so my ally can swoop in and take some villages? Or not? And I feel like, honestly, yeah, my spear throw is probably not the best unit to take this. But at the very least I can murder those guys first. Okay, no comment or anything? Bro, why does he still heal? That's bullshit. Do I need to take down the guards as well? Referee, do something! Okay, see, we can confirm, and I really say it doesn't make any sense. Even if I have taken down those 3 main souls, it doesn't make a Malganra vulnerable or elicit any reaction. And I possibly have to take down all of their guards as well, which doesn't really... Like, it definitely clashes with the explanation. So I'm just gonna take down those souls for the experiment to find out if it's the way I think it is. And I'm definitely not gonna play it. Probably not gonna play it the way currently, because it does expose my units a little bit to farmer risk. Okay, still no comment. And he's still healing. Referee, do something! Okay, considering he keeps healing, I don't really see any reason to actually attack him. And first of all, of course, I'm gonna draw back here and heal? Like, this I can do. That is a good idea. Go back here. This one gonna go down, so he won't endanger me anymore. This one as well. And look, we got a healer here, so Afira can stay there. And I'm way too scared for my flank attack. So yeah, wanna bet that damn, those projector drones are way too strong, honestly. Like, look at them. For example, my Soren is, if I attack, that's like basically a recap. As you can see, I took down all of the 3 main souls, which doesn't elicit any reaction from my Gunroar, and I was like, okay, so maybe I do have to take the Son too, which would be kinda weird. But even if I take those 3 loyal units down as well, he still heals when I attack him. Why would I need to wait for turn 13? Like I'm gonna believe you, because of course you looked it up, but I do think it's kinda weird. I'm just gonna point out, you are someone who can change that if you say it doesn't make any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you won't reach me. Nice. And now you won't even reach his keep. Very nice. Like, those are actually quite a number of enemy units there, so I'm not really willing to just go and rush in there, especially with this guy's, well, still invincible basically. So the good news is this guy's dead, and this guy survives. Oh come on, why would you do that to me? You could, oh I see, because he was not able to get back into his keep. That's why he was willing to go out, that's why he was willing to attack instead. So that's basically all I needed to made him attack me. My lord, even without silence, you are on very thin ice, Lunoskaltia. It seems I could not even trust you with a simple task of casting Corporeal Bond, because now one of our prime assets is loose. I only stay my axe from severing your head from your body because your assistance, menial as it may be, is required in this battle. But my lord, what about Lady Kinra's orders? If we damage the Elvish substructures any more than we have, then I will not quiver before some human witch. So she wants to dangle the threat of the warlord's interference over my head? Good for her. The fact remains that it is my offenses, that these have been my victories, and that no other demon lord was more suited for this invasion than me. They should be thanking me for the significant gains I've acquired in so little time. Instead, I receive thinly veiled threats from their lackeys. Well, no longer. I am sick of how long this is dragging out. Nor will I be made to seem incompetent to the Emperor. So if I have to tear New Elancia and Irma down brick by brick, so that this may finally cease, then so be it. My lord, I understand your rage, but please consider the repercussions of... I'll leave them enough rubble to sort through once we are done. Not that Kinra or that hybrid know how to harness his power correctly anyways. For now, though... Denrana, there she is! Cut through to her, now! I see her, Mal-Edir. You two! So the tales are true. Kinra Spawn and his second Lich brother survived at Angor's trap. How my subordinates continue to fail against some fledgling mage and the Salic of Zephyr's court is beyond me. It seems if I want something done right, I will have to do it myself. The rod and the drivel will soon be mine. Quite literally over my dead body. We will never allow you to capture them. Here is where you meet your end, Elia, for all the lives you have taken and homes you have destroyed. Make all the proclamations you like. The fact remains, you will not survive this. Push forward, man and woman of Parandel. Eisenstein Plainsfolk, gather your second wind for our new home. Yay, we've got more gold on our allies. Means they will be able to take those villages down faster. Huh. I see. That is very odd indeed. I guess I'm better gonna go back a couple turns and... Okay, that just was too many turns. I guess turn 10 or something? Okay, so this works, like, during the time, like, while it is daytime, it works. See? Second afternoon, boosts it. But... like, Liminal, he would love that. But... during dusk? During dusk it didn't work. Why? See? Why wouldn't it work during dusk? That doesn't make any sense. If it would dusk when it's day and it's night when it's dusk. Let's get a Mage of Light. Okay, so Mage of Light works correctly, but like illuminates works, but darkens does not. I don't get it. So I do wonder, is that Lich now vulnerable? Just like that? Okay, he is vulnerable now because we didn't hear any healing. But I do gotta say he got way too little reactions. Like, I don't know if I would have killed the last of the 3 ghosts later, like now, would he have had a reaction? And he's not even saying anything. Like, dude, you were like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna show you guys, and now he's dead and he didn't comment about it. That really plays counter to the character he was given. No, darkness is not a lie, it's just improperly handled somehow? So I'm gonna look up if Malganra says anything, because if he doesn't, I very much say... I mean, the AI conversation would happen regardless, no? Like, Malganra was not involved in that at all. At all. Okay, someone to ban, said another spam. Anyway, let's look at the files. If Malganra had anything to say, if I was not too early. Because edit is it doesn't make any sense, honestly. Especially for him to not be saying anything. Like, sure, he was the big bad of part 1 of the scenario, but doesn't mean that that it's absolutely normal for him to just die and say nothing or anything. Like, yes, he's absolutely not involved in... Nope, nope, nope. So, let's write down some feedback. I do think Malganra should show any reaction, Mal'Edia should show any reaction, preferably, like, there's so much more room for characterization and for actually playing the characters properly with those souls. Yeah, that's also kind of funny. That is also, it's always, I mean, that actually makes sense. So, Rod of Justice, there you are. So, what I am saying, by nail. First, Malganroar should react when you take down the third ghost. So, and become vulnerable again. Vulnerable again. Possibly, and I'm just saying possibly, actually. Did I save already? I did not save. Let's save. Possibly revert back to just 60 hit points instead of 100. Possibly also shown as damaged because you cut off his source of power. So taking down any of the 3 souls should or could elicit a reaction from your units like Aragrave. For Toho, maybe anyone for Eo, for the elf, and Drakes or Raoshin for the Drake. Maybe some reactions from Lydia as well. Because, for example, he knew Toho, he knew... I don't know if he knew Elvindin, or if it was actually a ghost from Elancia before Parandelixis, that's why I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, definitely that should and could be more reaction. It feels very disappointing to not have that. Also, Malganroar and Malidea should react to Malganroar's demise. Like, he's being played up so much during the first part of the battle, and then he just falls over with no comment. It does not fit the characterization that has been done up to there. It absolutely runs counter. Like, if you're not gonna do anything with it, then don't do it to begin with. Don't set the player up. Don't set them up for having this, well, history, and then not do anything with it. Also, I just want to point out again, thanks for fixing the steadfast talisman bug. Technically, I could hold those rivers, I guess. But I do probably have some problems with all those, well, with not having enough healed units at this point. Okay, so this one should not overlap there because then I run out of space. And let's take this one down finally. I tried. But I gotta take this XP. I'm gonna say it again, Saurons are absolutely the worst ones to deal with protected rounds, it seems. I really wish I could have gotten her into one of the keeps over here instead of being stuck that far behind. Oh, right, she did take Aegis magic, take some part of Aegis magic potential, I guess. Or maybe these demons are just good at summoning? Since this one is, I mean, this one is also pretty good at summoning, clearly. So, rest. This one can more or less, but actually not quite. Just stand around. Okay, this one really doesn't need a healer. Healer, please. Healer, please. Healer. This one doesn't need a healer. This one doesn't need a healer. And just for fun, put it there as well. And everyone gets fixed. Nice. Alright, those guys have to move as well. Yeah, my ally is gonna arrive way too late for everything. I do wonder, like it kinda seems like I will only be able to finish this scenario today, and I do think it's also kinda a good cutoff to leave the, I believe, final battle between Arya and Devana to the next stream, and just, what's it called? Yeah. Focus on that on the next stream indeed. So it's kinda understandable that the enemy is not quite willing to attack me here. I do have a very overwhelming force, that's true. Let's keep placing everyone next to healers, because then even if they attack, I can instantly heal it off. Actually, you go over here, so he gets healed a little bit faster. I mean, to be fair, I think the ratio of level 1 and level 2s is higher than with previous enemies, but I'm not 100% sure actually. Okay, I do actually want to protect those villages, but I'm also very happy to see that the long night is over. And wow, they are not willing to commit to me. Oh, I have also okay, turns run out is no longer an issue. That is questionable, I believe. Like, I do think turns can still run out. And wow, the enemies are really unwilling to fight me there. I'm happy about that for sure. Oh, come on. I would have been kinda mad if that hadn't hit. So I can't send Esme Village to the front because way too much fire and arcane damage. They would... I mean, roast is probably a problem. They would roast her alive. And we don't want that. In a sense, they are... Yep, that's okay. Don't worry. Right, what I was asking is whether, like, why there is no longer no longer a lose condition of turns running out, because I do think that is still very relevant, possibly. Or at least there is no reason why it should have been relevant before and is no longer. And as usual, this is not a scenario where... Oh, nice! Took the village and took down the enemy. This is not a scenario where it is hold out until the end of turns or something, and that's why you don't need to worry about the end of turns. This is very much a scenario where I have to achieve a goal within a time limit, as usual. I'm very glad that all those evil serpents and so on are going for the attack, because it gives me good odds of taking them down. It's also very nice how they are attacking but not quite able to finish off anyone. And yeah, I do feel the enemy is a bit too hesitant in attacking here. Like, those guys, they're not even able to take part of the fight because they're not willing to commit to anything. Actually, let's just write down the turns running out wing. Okay, no hits, but I can still go for my backstep opportunities. Damn! Finally! Let's finish off some more of those. Like, this one is definitely an easier target because of the cold damage. Like, I still can send my Esme Bell over there because, as you can see, plenty of those. But let's finish off those we can reach. Nice. Very nice. Pretty nice. Not great, but good enough. Oh, the wonderful about the fire elemental is this: they have so bad movement on the water, so water very effectively blocks them from going anywhere. So I don't have to worry, for example, for them reaching over here to attack me. I don't care, they can't reach. So I'm gonna back her up a little bit. I don't know, I guess it's cultural that I'm not gonna go for the generic masculinum for the name Esme Bell. At the end of the day, I don't know your gender, so I'm just gonna keep calling it a Spectre. Nice. Less nice, but very much survivable. And Devana is doing a great job. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I kinda may have forgotten how... Oh, okay, he can't reach, great. I might have forgotten how weak breaks are to arcane damage. I do wonder if Devana attacks area if those two are just gonna leave the battlefield and then we'll have to clean up the rest, or if the scenario just ends. We'll have to see. Barrage is doing such a great job of still leveling. Like, we are currently, like, base damage is 12, and we are currently at 17. So that's 4 level ups for Mega Barrage. She is doing amazing, sweetie. So I'm definitely gonna try and kill this one on this turn. I think, I mean, those two can definitely reach. This one can also reach. I just have to take those down. I mean, 70% chance, decent. Actually, let's start slowing this one. That means even if I don't pull it off this turn, I basically get a second try. And that's very nice. Shame. So Devanak clearly needs some very much needed rest. And Soothsayer because, well, cold damage is amazing. Okay, at this point I probably should pull back a little bit. Slow this one. And take this one down. Alright, I forgot that this specific dude is actually chaotic. Right, the Chaos Empire coloring actually. Which is funny since we are clean and not on the side of the Chaos Empire. So I cannot quite reach them, but at least they can reach me anyway. So take down units that stand between us. Shame. And do some damage so I can finish them off next turn. Oh, I can do that. Yes, let's do that. I do think... I do not like this. I do think that, for example, area should, like, those two are as well units that should be that should comment anything if they die, because clearly there was some, well, relationship between them. Like, Aya says, "Wow," now you're like Aya could be saying, "Wow, you have failed me in the past, but I didn't think you would fail me this much as well to actually die against them." And or for example, "Please save me," whatever. It feels like there's so many plays, like so many possibilities missed to enrich the scenario. It really doesn't make any sense to me that they're just like, no comment. It does not fit what has been established. I may be overthinking things, of course. That's just an opinion. Okay, really, why would you do that? But okay, at least my ally keeps grabbing up those villages, sadly far too late to influence anything. Like, if I wanted to influence anything, I should have really taken them, like, done this when, what's its face? When those Jaxels were moving up on my ally. I should have taken down the Jaxels, so they would have been able to take those villages much earlier and been able to contribute to this fight much earlier. Actually, did I write that down? Like, I was like... Yes, no? Okay, no, I have that down. This... I was like, this keeps and the terrain should be hidden before Aya and Co arrive. And I luckily did remember to write down that feedback and give it. Otherwise I would have done that now. So actually the easiest way for Devana to heal would be to level. But it seems RNG is not on my side in this quest. But well, at least I keep... Oh nice, I get that XP. At least I can keep taking that outpost. But I sometimes forget that the Chaos Maggie and the Chaos Lawkeepers have leadership. is kind of nice. Well, no. We have a better candidate for this, and it's Finrod himself. So, everyone gets to heal, of course, as usual. You as well. Don't forget, Devana's also a very good healer. Like, I mean, technically he's just your average healer, but because he's so tanky and it does so much damage, he is even better at his job, because it's easier to keep him alive. No, please just focus on the villages, my friend. Ah. But really, the one thing I would do I would change about the way I play the game is to back up my ally better against distractions when they broke through. Because like to be honest, I clearly didn't need it, but it would have been better. No, I did not want you to kill that one. I wanted to give my spear for 8 XP. Bad. Okay, I need 26 XP. Yep, that's doable. And yeah, perfect actually. Nice. So I'm definitely not gonna attack area with anyone. Okay, this is interesting. Right, they are not added to the status table, so I have no idea how much gold they have. Or don't have. Not really, I think. Let me check. Oh, basically when when a demon spelldancer died, I was like, yeah, there should have been an interaction between area and that spelldancer at that point. And that I really think this is another chance that was missed to basically work with what we have and what has been characterized so far. But that's all, and I wrote it down on the phone, so don't worry. No, there's 3 more villages, please take them! To leave? No? No, I did not. Huh. I mean, if I'm seeing this correctly, it also leaves the sides a bit empty, and I don't know why that is the case. Like, I'm not resizing anything about this. Huh. So yeah, I don't know why. No, not in OBS either. Scale to window, canvas. No, no, like I didn't change any settings for sure. And no, I did not. I guess I'll take today or tomorrow to figure this out. But at least for this stream, I don't think there's really much I think can change about it. Or at least I shouldn't try to change much about it. Okay, maybe I will look into this a little bit. Settings. No. I don't see any settings I changed. I guess after the stream I will take a moment to check if this happened with any of the previous streams as well. For now it's definitely on. Oh, nice. Level up. Yeah, let's go tanky. Not that it matters at this point. Okay, so there is a risk of this one actually killing him, so let's block that. And feed more XP. I do not want to kill this one instantly because honestly I do want to find out what happens if Devona attacks Aya. If that scenario just ends or if I still have to defeat them. Technically, according to the scenario objectives, I should still have to defeat them, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I completely forgot to put healer next to him. Whoops. And there we go. Saurian Javelinia. One more damage, yay. But this is just gonna heal off that. I'm gonna put those. Oh, whoops. This. So none of those are still needed anyway, to be honest. Because, well, everyone is healed and there's no enemies left. And my ally is still ignoring those villages over here. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. That's nice. So, and now let's see. Like, I mean, one of the likely... Yes, I did. Resume, actually the troll ally is rewarded in either case. Like, you get him both if you fight the trolls and if you don't fight the trolls, actually. Is the troll ally actually an addition of yours? And is that what you're asking? And now, let's check. So you fought to save me the trouble of seeking you out myself and brought the rod right to me. Hardly. This is it, Aya. I paid the trolls. Okay, thank you, Fabio. I will check it out. Indeed it is. Is that all? I imagined Adria would have at least put up a better fight if she held the rod. You shouldn't be so smug, Aya. Then show me something to fear or die. Now, boy, do it now. Powers of light and shadow, bend the space and swallow us whole. Did he actually? Not quite. Assuming the spell worked, he teleported Aya and himself to another location to stage the duel in. All we can do now is hope he will finish her there, while we mop up any remaining enemies on this front. I see. It all lies in Devona's hands now. Aye. For all our sakes, don't die, fool boy. So yeah, basically as I expected, they teleport away, we'll do the rest. And it seems I might actually finish the campaign today. Ha! I'm a bit surprised we survived all that. I suppose now we just wait. So we must. I'm just gonna say technically they still could and should rush back to the city and defend the circle, because as we know, part of Aya's forces are attacking the city to prevent the what's it called? The completion of the circle. Yes. And honestly, this kind of feels like the end of an aria of the Dragon Slayer, which I honestly do not remember quite precisely, but it was also some of a teleportation and then the battle happened there. Ah, great gods, my head! Teleportation is not nearly as easy as Adria made it look, or painless. Oh no, she got back up. Is that... Out from one of the craters in the sand burst an especially large leech. It haphazardly traveled over to Devon and nuzzled against him, chipping bashfully in his presence. Oh! Hello, Gaurav Arash. Still just as cheerful as your sister, I see. The leech attempted what Devana surmised was the closest thing it could muster to a human smile, before nodding towards the various craters surrounding them and miming a digging motion with its left foot. You're saying I can call upon leeches to burrow out of the sand near the craters? Well, thank you, Gaurav Barash. Gaurav Brash. I'll be glad to have your help. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Unless, that is, we are to be so lucky that Aya died during the joint teleportation spell. Dramatic entrance? No, oh! She couldn't actually have already. Could she? I guess not. She's coming. Our last boss fight! Oh damn! You! Just wishful thinking, then. Surely you weren't hoping I'd been lost to the sands or the cliffs during the teleportation. You should know better than that, Davana. All that effort expended just to choose this part in particular as your tomb? Some remote mountain nursery for those insatiable reptiles you keep at your beck and call? I've just spotted both of us to Leech's Valley. You desire the rod so badly? We'll fight for it here, where no innocent are at risk of becoming collateral damage. Honestly, that's kind of rich. It's literally called Leech's Valley, and one of your friendly leeches lives here with her or his brood, and like, you would sacrifice innocent animals to this fight? Like, great, no innocent people, but still. How annoyingly virtuous of you. Of course, the only human who could possibly be more meddlesome than Kindra herself would be her son. Well, take us anywhere you like, Devana. There's not a grain of sand of peace on earth that does not obey my magic. Tell me, Devana, since we have some time to ourselves, is that really the reason? To spare your countrymen from a battle they most certainly would not survive? Not because you wanted the opportunity to battle me alone, so you could exact revenge for Adria? Or for Camelix? Perhaps even though I had nothing to do with a defection to the Empire for your mother's wayward path too? Everything I don't really see what has anything to do with him not being a vegan. I did not bring you here so we could talk, Aya. I brought you here so I could kill you. Just kill me? Not bring me to justice? That's what I meant. But it wasn't what you said, now was it? Maybe there's a part of you that cares more about revenge than it does about virtue. Of course, who could blame you for that? It would be only natural. Or perhaps there's even a small part of you that knows you will fail here, that wants to die, that thinks that defeat is your rightful punishment for all the blunders you've made and lives you've cost. Enough! I will not trade glib words with you, of all people. All this carnage, all this death, and for what? For some ruins in the middle of the desert? For aged stone? So, Camelix passed on that bit of information to you before he croaked, now did he? Well, essentially, yes. Unlike the rest of your piddling cities, your capital was built on and with something perfect, immaculate. Your other major holdings also have parts of those same remnants, but not nearly enough between them to be of any practical use. What would you possibly want with the old substructures of Alencia that it would be worth conquest? Like most humans I have dealt with, you are ignorant of the true excesses of power around you, built into several of those ancient subterranean tunnels is more power than you could conceive of. Power that I shall consume and absorb. And then, once I've reached the apex of my power, my people will know true prosperity. My predecessor Sorama was comfortably under the thumb of that nauseating... I no longer know what to call her. She's certainly not a human anymore. But she does not have our best interests in mind, or anyone's really. Perhaps not even her own. But with the Rod, the Soul Jewel, and New Elansia's magic, I will no longer need to fear any oppressive oversight from all of the half-human abominations. My clan and I will be free of them, and answer to no one but Uriah and her voice. So you see, Devana, I myself don't think we're all that different when it comes to what we fight for. It just so happens we both need the same thing. And while I admittedly do delight in the destruction of your little sandcastle cities, I do not destroy them meaninglessly. It is only a matter of time before the Emperor's pet can no longer tolerate me, and I her, and one of us destroys the other. And after all the blood you've spilled, and you think you'll be able to wield the Rod of Justice? That it will just let you use it? And yet, justice is relative, isn't it? It's whatever we tell ourselves we and others deserve. Well, here on Uriah, we are finally the strong ones. There's no way for my clan, or any of demonkind, to live completely free of Uriah's thumb anymore. But there is a way to make the best of that rule. So I say that justice is finally carving out a legacy for my kin after we have been tread upon for time immemorial. I say we deserve whatever we're strong enough to take. You see, Devona, justice is what the ruler says it is. That is how it has always been. Authority defines justice. Strength defines authority. And I am the strongest. Battle versus Demon Lord area. Elemental aspect unknown. Personally responsible for the death of both Lord Aethod Azari, one of Parallel's most skilled spearmen, and Archmistress Mera, the nation's top elementalist. Oh, I see that's why she's able to summon elementals. Demon Lord area is a fearsome scourge of a warrior. Her ghoulish ability to assimilate and acquire the powers of her enemies after she's slain them seems to be an anomaly. Whether it's genetic, magical, or otherwise is unknown, but it means that her strength can only multiply after every battle, and she has used it to stockpile abilities so that a few can rival her. She can rend her enemies asunder with a battle-axe blade, and pierce them with its speared point, or freeze them still from afar with her chilled curses. Her utter mastery of elemental and ethereal magics allows her control and reshape the very landscape on which she battles. This will be your hardest battle yet, brave hero. The fate of the entire crown tree and countless lives now rests on your hands. Preserve them. Defeat Demon Lord area and protect Parandel. So my problem with this scenario basically, she gets a full heal, she gets her movement points, but I transfer with my movement points spent and the damage I took when I attacked her. So let's report that. The Rod of Justice. Devana should heal with hit points, with movement points refreshed. So how exactly do I call upon the leeches? Okay, so yes, she got a little bit of an upgrade. Wait, what? Oh, damn! Hey, you there, mage! Wait. You're the Eisenstone deserter spared near the oasis. The very same. 1,000 thanks for your compassion, by the way. How did you stumble upon this place? I fled north after our encounter. I charmed some desert cactuses into helping guard me, and figured I'd make a run for Adavian's lands if I could. They sense some magic presence and a fair amount of water up here, so through the hills we went. Seems you're in a bit of a bind now, Joe, eh? An understatement. Well, if you'd give me the chance to atone for my past mistakes, I'd like to help out. I didn't defend Parandel then, but I can try to now, if you'll have me. I'd be honored to have you fight by my side, eyes in stone. Congratulations, hero. This time your mercy has availed you. Your previous decision to spare heroic Eisenstone allowed fate to guide her to aid you during this final struggle against Arya. Her clan's Cactuo's charming abilities may be particularly useful to you in this fight. Heroic is capable of summoning Cactuos in locations with sufficient vegetation. Nice! Nice! When she talks about Uriah's pet, do you know which she refers to? I don't. Pet? Let me see. No, it's not. It's not Uriah's pet. It's the Emperor's pet, and that would be the Warlord, of course. So how? Oh, Greg, funny. Oh, Uriah cannot charm and control more than 2 Cactuses at a time amidst the chaos of this battle. Okay, fair enough, but it means they are disposable pawns. No, it's all right. Okay, so how do I summon them? Oh, call Giant Leech. Nice. Nice. So yeah, it's kind of odd that she isn't advancing with them. Like, honestly, he would be able to do. Oh, Devon cannot control and inject more than 3 leeches at a time amidst the chaos of this battle. Valid. It's already quite useful, that's for sure. Oh no, not Garbage. I'm gonna send this one instead. Like, see, he would... Oh, actually, he would deal more damage, fair enough. No, not Garbage! No! No! I would not allow it. At least we do not find a name out in this campaign. Like, if you play Invasion from the Unknown, you will find out her name, but since she is not named in this campaign, I will not tell it, because it would constitute a spoiler. I do wonder why Arya is not moving on us. Like, would it make sense to very much support her units, especially with her leadership? So I think it's a little bit odd that she's kind of stuck there. Wait. Why can I... Why does no aces count? That doesn't make any sense. Referee, we found another bullshit scenario. Hi referee, I just found out that I can summon giant leeches on no aces, and I would say that doesn't make a great deal of sense. Just saying. Meh. Nice. And take this one. Oh, damn. Yes, but, like, look. I cannot, like, at least the intro was like, I can summon them on desert tiles. It's not that I can summon, wait, what? I can summon on desert? Why would I be able to grow cactus here? What? Okay, at the intro of the scenario, basically Devana and Gogor or Braj communicated that he would be able to summon giant leeches out of the craters specifically, not any desert scenarios. And also, for example, Heroic would be able to grow cactus on hexes with sufficient vegetation. And now I find it also odd that she would be able to apparently grow it anywhere. Like, see, it doesn't matter where I go, I can summon them. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Almost done with those, are you? Yeah, okay. That is not surprising. Doesn't really matter because those barely arrive in time to anything. I can really very casually move up to her. Okay, I don't know if I said this, if I called it a bullshit scenario. If so, I did not mean it, but I do think the way the... Like, see, I can't even call, I can also call it in the flat ground now. And that's odd. I think, was that possible on turn 2 as well? Yes? Yes. See, I can call them anywhere. And I do think, at least according to how they talked at the beginning, Devana should only be able to summon them on crater hexes, and Heroic should only be summoned Cactos on vegetated hexes and not anywhere the way it is currently. So I do think something about this information went very wrong. And yes, if I called the scenario itself bullshit, I do apologize, because that is absolutely not what I meant. Hello, Aya! Fancy meeting you here. And she's still not moving. Odd. Okay, technically I could have slowed her first, that would have been a little bit better. And it's also, honestly, like, Fabio, I do kinda agree with you there. That would make sense, probably. So... yeah, it is. Like, she is not even stronger than a normal Demon Lord. So yeah, it's... Actually, I wonder what happens if I take those down. I guess she would call another wave up of enemies. But really summoning them out so far out, not a good call. Oh, she kills my tree. That's me. Okay, she does not call up another wave. I wonder if she maybe has... yeah, she gained 2 HP actually. Because she also killed the Cactos. And now another Cactos will murder her. Does she have... oh, okay, of course she has a second wave. So you're not a complete weakling after all. What a welcome surprise. In fact, if I were any lesser of a Demon Lord, you might have killed me now. But I'm not. She just petrified herself to recover from all my attacks. It seems I will have to strike her down more than once to claim victory. Fall back while she's reviving herself. Elemental aspect unknown. Stage 2. Using a portion of the stored magic she stole from her many victims, Arya has regenerated her body, and it is stronger, deadlier, and more resilient than before. Keep on, brave hero. The battle continues. I mean, yes, her damage and her HP has improved. Nice. I do wonder if her resistance... no, her resistance at least stayed the same. No, come on, she gained 30 HP. That is fair. Oh yeah, those look kind of scary. Oh no, I only get a level 1. Oh no. I do wonder why I should fall back though. Like, I'm gonna go back right in and to kill her again, of course. Like those ones, they're way too slow to do anything. But I should probably finish them off. Good call of that one, by the way, to go for Oasis. So if I don't kill them... Oh, that would be kinda mean actually. I mean, actually, no, that... I do think it fits better with her saying, with Devana saying fall back, where she... Because then there was at least a reason to fall back. Like, it matched what he was saying. Whereas now, not really. Falling back is completely optional. Well, even falling back is it's not just optional, it's actually not that good of a reason. Finally, she's gone. Yeah, the slowing is awesome. Oh! Not quite. Okay, so last time she... Okay, she hasn't increased her damage this time, only her health points? Again? I slay her over and over, and she still just... And still she just reforms her body without a lasting wound inside. Yet, just as Aya's abilities seemed to be overwhelming Devana, the rod trembled and glowed briefly with soft, silvery aura. 3 wisps of light whirled out of the rod and settled on the battlefield, solidifying into a trio of familiar faces. Whoa! Fear not, Rod-bearer. Each time she cheats death, it comes at great cost. The Overtan has played a trick twice, but she barely has the fortitude to play it a 3rd time. Rally and strike her down but once more, Devana Eowyndir. Your victory is nigh. The Sentinels? How? The goddess of the flames bowed our once mortal souls to the rod eons ago. One soul for the fire itself, another for the air that gives this life a breath, and another for the earth upon which it burns. Our bodies may be temporarily dispelled, but with the rod's power we recover eventually, and so we emerge once more to protect the rod and its bearer. So stand fast, hero of Pyrandel, and know that you fight with friends by your side. And should any of us fall, we will pass along what strength we can to you. Well, for that, I am grateful. Ha! So you've brought reinforcements? A few more Magi mean nothing to me, though I will admit you've nearly pushed me to my limit. I can imagine now how even Edangor must have struggled against you, so perhaps it is time for me to truly start taking this battle seriously. An arc of rage. Air raised her axe above her head and then slammed it into the earth, as if she was beheading the very ground itself. Breath of the earth! Engulf this valley. Gah! I can hardly see a thing, nor catch my breath amidst this falling ash. All this falling ash. Stay the course, Rod-bearer. Empowering to it may be. The ash itself is not wholly lethal. Stage 3. Intend that either she acquires the rod or it is lost to Iria forever. Arya has used her enormous magic reserve and his stone elemental prowess to cause volcanic eruptions in the mountain range lining the valley. But such magic theoretics come at heavy cost to Arya, and she's burning through her stored power rapidly. The pressure is on, and the heat is rising, literally. But victory is in your sights. Good luck, brave hero. The battle's finale draws close. Defeat Demon Lord per area and so on. If any of Libra, Iris, or Taurus are defeated, Devon is temporarily powered for this fight. So basically the same mechanics as there was for Valgatha when she fought Demon Lord Alazaric. So that's kind of nice. No, Gogo Barrage! I'm so sorry. I failed you. Honestly, they're so far away. I'm like wondering maybe I should just get them killed? So they can empower Devana instantly, but well, not necessarily. Let's run away first of all, to be honest, because this is... Oh, snap! Yeah, that is a nasty surprise. So let's call some giant leeches to basically block her way off and run away. Interestingly, her damage does not increase for her second transformation, only her health points again. So it seems I actually do not have forever, considering, well, those guys, help, they are actually quite scary, honestly. Hi! We just found... Oh yeah, we found very scary beings. That's for sure. So yeah, honestly, I'm not 100% sure if they will survive to reach him. But it's okay, as after all, they will empower him either way. Oh, nice. Okay, they do have good odds. Oh! Ooh, leave me alone, please. But really, Devon not being able... Sure, but I do have access... Okay, fair. I do not necessarily have access to slow. Fair enough. But yeah, Refomy basically... honestly... being able to spam my allies from anywhere and as many times as I want is very much game breaking. I mean, it's not like I have to worry about anything. Also, by the way, yes, attack animation for a range attack doesn't seem to be working. Just realized that, so I would like to point it out. Oh, they didn't say anything, and I guess that means you probably also added what's it called? You probably also added the notes. Oh! Snap. Her range animation for her Infernal Tempest. So basically, Ice Ball attack animation. Like for... No, not this one, but of course. I mean, give me a moment. I mean this one. She should be able to do the same. Maybe? I would just be surprised if that was damaged on their side. So I was pointing it out to you first. Damn, Iroke is really MVP here. Like, not specifically herself, but being able to summon those cactuos and adding the capabilities of slowing. Yeah, meanwhile Aya is doing nothing. Actually, I do wanna see how they will empower him, so let's get him killed first. Take this as my parting gift, Debona, and defeat the Demoness. Or so I shall. Receive 50 additional hit points. Nice. See what the others got. So basically, if you say, yeah, this is an area of chaos problem, then I of course shall report it as such. Hey! I give you the remainder of my strength. Use it well, Rotbearer. So I shall, and gratefully. +3 additional damage on all attacks. Oh, that is... Wait, what? Are you sure? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Those 24 were probably... Like, I was kinda on the assumption that I hit or reach deal 22 per hit, because he mostly does that, but that's just because he has plenty of... Okay, I do not want to kill accidentally, so... With my last breath, I shall impart upon you a Sentinel's blessing of swiftness. Thank you, my friend. Oh, +1 strikes on all attacks, so yeah, even if she was full life, you would get her now. It's an error, of course, problem. Are you gonna report it, or shall I? No. I will not go. I will not go! Everything I have, I fought for, I've won! It is mine by right! Your conquest is at an end, Arya. You upstart! You think you're so righteous, but if it hadn't been for me, then it would have been another demon lord, or one of the Emperor's necromancers, or his generals, or her! And I gave you a chance at mercy. I was willing to allow Parendale to surrender. Not once, not twice, but several times. Your defeat is inevitable, just as ours was. How generous of you to offer us oppression instead of massacre. Don't sneer at me, boy. You think it is noble to resist? So did those who came before me. And then Uriah annihilated every last dissident dot and transformed the unluckiest ones into monstrous shadows of their former selves. There's no justice. On Urvatha, on Irdia, or anywhere else. Just strength and what you can take with it. Oh. And I will not lose when I'm so close to having what I want. That's one of Lady Mayara's forbidden elemental transformation spells. There's no way I can bend Arya long enough to use her power for the teleportation when she's like this. I just have to defeat her outright. This time, definitely elemental aspect fire. Using stolen arts from Lady Mayara, Arya has transformed her living body into that one of an elemental. Though this makes her unspeakably more powerful, this technique is also considered a suicidal last resort technique by most elementalists in Parendal. It is an irreversible spell that requires an obscene amount of magic and stamina to both cast and maintain. You will need to be exceedingly careful. This will be your final battle, bro, hero. Vanquish Arya and finish this once and for all. Good luck. I mean, considering it supposedly used an ungodly amount of... Oh, damn. An ungodly amount of stamina as well? Technically, we could just run away. Oh, snap. Of course, they would also summon more enemies. So, considering it supposedly needs an obscene amount of... what's it called? Stamina. We could technically run her out of stamina, right? Nice. Well, I am not worried about this. Oh, unless she kills her. Oh, good luck. Good. That level behemoth killed her instead. Killed that one instead. Otherwise, this would have really sucked. But I cannot reach, it seems. Fair enough. I guess I'll have to go through them. Not that that's a problem. Oh snap! No way! That was wicked smart of her. That was really stupid of me. So of course she just needs 4 more XP, 4 XP I can absolutely give her. Instead, we'll block her off here. So she... Oh, no, not this one. No! She's gonna kill her. Yes, and then she levels still. I guess? I guess I just have to back off from there. Like, there is no way I can avoid her killing one of them. And if she does... Oh, shit. If she does... She levels, and I do not want her to level. At least I should keep him safe. Okay, yes, perfect. Still have to finish. Oh, I can't reach her. She's so done. Ah! Die, and this time stay dead. And you've refused to leave the world like this and alone. You are coming with me. No. Rod of Justice, transport me from the battlefield. Oh no, Heroic at the very least is dead. I'm so sorry. Huh, okay, so I kinda don't need income in this scenario. So give me a moment so I can write that down, because clearly there's no reason for him to have income. Yeah, they all got wiped out. Damn. Devana, it is good to see you finally awake. I kinda wonder if they're both dead. My lady? How long have I do not know exactly. I just recovered not too long ago myself. But I believe it has been something in the order of several months. Do you remember much from before now? I recall barely escaping my battle with Irya. The rod teleported me back to the field of the main battle before the worst of her suicide spell unfolded. I vaguely remember using the rod to power the spell I assume teleported Neolansia and Amulai away shortly thereafter, and then nothing. A great stretch of darkness until now. Rest in peace, Heroic. Rest in peace. Yet if you are here to greet me, then I presume that the rod was enough to bring us to Shimmering Isle? Yes. But as I did to me, such an endeavor overtaxed you and brought you very nearly to death's door. Yet thankfully, it seems from death's door I have returned. And we should be so grateful in both our cases. Has there been any word of Adria? I'm afraid not. We know little more than what Edangor told us, if the words he spoke were even true. Ah, I see. I hope you have not spent too much time waiting here, Lady Valgatha. I would hate to have kept you so occupied. Hardly. And even so, this quiet is a welcome change. An escape, even. My leader has visited me more often than I would think. No, more often than I would like since I've awakened. But I empathize with him. We both lost a brother during this war, and at the very least, I am someone for him to confide in. In any case, the leeches have got you staunchly. They've allowed few visitors, even those not for very long. My lady, please, if you would just call me Valgatha now, Devana, I am your aunt, after all. Valgatha, it is then. Well, Valgatha, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. I would take no offense if you took your leave or wanted to. I don't follow, Devana. Have I done something to upset you just now? Not at all. I merely mean to say that if you feel obligated to be here, I understand if... Valgatha raised a hand as if to quiet Devana, and the mage ceased speaking. It was a soft but swift gesture, and for a short while they held it there in silence, neither one able to meet the other's eyes until Valgatha spoke once more. Mal'ida told me that Camels revealed certain histories to you when you infiltrated Crexton. I trusted you had many questions at the times, and even more so now, and I promise that in time I shall answer everything that you ask of me. But for now, I would like make good on the act of remedying old regrets, and perhaps bring myself to know you better, and treat you as I ought to have treated you years ago. Me, you, my 2 sons, Mary, Talia, we are all that remains of House Zari. We are all the only family we have left, and with all the loss and bloodshed of the past several months, I've been quite brutally reminded of the importance of those ties. I'm no saint, despite what my post may imply, but I'm trying to fix my past mistakes, and if it would be permissible to you, I would like to begin anew, and bring you into the fold of our family. I would appreciate that a great deal, Agatha. I am glad to hear that it is so. Well, I will pester you no more than Mal'ida did me when I first awoke, and let you rest. Now that you've recovered, I've no doubt that Aegar will want all 5 of us present at New Ignis to officially agree to the terms of the treaty. Farewell for now, nephew. Farewell. After Devana had been allowed but a little more time to recover, he and the other 4 members of the convocation made their way to the eastern edge of Dreaming Isle, where New Elenzi and Amurlai had landed, to the northwestern peninsula where the Drake city of New Ignis stood. It was there that they met Queen Aegar of the Drakes for the first time. Oh, damn! Well, you are hardly the collection of spellbinders and warriors that Camels described it to me. A decaying necromancer, aged, bitter, depleted. A presumptuous, up-trumped leader of bandits, rude. 2 boy heroes, green, and hardly more than hatchlings, forced to fill their predecessors' roles too soon. And a priestess of the goddess Flame. I suppose you are the least disappointing of the bunch, ragged as you are. And a scornful, impatient dragon, who despite all her arrogance, sometimes seems to measure up to the tales of her forefathers. Either he did not mean that, your grace. We are all honored to be in the presence of one such as you, blessed with the goddess's flame. Yes, Camlix did tell me about that rather sharp tongue you have, Emivran. Entertaining if in small doses, but if it speaks too much, perhaps I shall have to do something about it. My queen, if I may speak of their behalf, they all fought bravely against the enemy. You may, Roshan, and yet Magrudin is dead, and there are now 2 crumbling cities sitting along the shorelines of our kingdom. I have offered them aid in battle at great cost to myself and safe haven. A debt is owed, and the debt must be repaid. So, here are the terms of our renegotiated agreement. I offer you the eastern half of the island to reside upon. Little more desiccated wasteland scorched by dragon fire. Then it is an improvement upon the desert from whence you came, is it not? And a round at your elementalists give you the means to restore it, in time. My offer is more than generous, and is a payment for that gift, as well as for all the drakes who fell in the defense of your capital. You will carry out a series of tasks for us. Such as? The full extent of our many requests will be revealed as their need arises, though there are more than a few problems that may soon be solved with the Rod of Justice. The Rod? What would you have me do with it, your grace? For now, nothing. I merely ask that you allow my advisors to observe it, so that we may surmise what it is capable of. Focus on restoring your damaged cities and the lands around them. We are to be of no use to each other if you people are unhoused and starving. Oh yeah, pretty much Aglash, you're absolutely correct. Kinda even worse, because they could have decided to go to the north instead and not be saddled with this debt. You mean we shall be of no use to you, despite being the weakest of the fight, you proved crafty enough to survive a war that took most of your fellow Yords. And yet, now I question that intelligence if you really are intent on questioning a dragon in her own throne room. Valid point. Sorry, my apologies, Your Grace. How long might we expect to be working on these tasks, Your Grace? Until they are finished, of course. The amount of time is indefinite for now, I suppose. Though I promise we shall not demand anything unreasonable. And what worth is the dragon's promise? You did not bring us here out of compassion, or even to honor the old Firecloud Accords, did you? You merely wanted access to the Lord's powers, and to our thralls to wield them for you. If you are surprised that you have been devised, though quite generously I must point out, by a dragon, then you are indeed far from a worthy leader, Ellie dear. You get a new home, you get to rebuild, you get to live. All I ask for that all that I ask for in exchange is occasional favors from the Lord's power, a power that many of my people died for, so that you may have secured it. I ask for your understanding and your cooperation. And how soon after that will you ask for obedience instead? You're going to get us all killed, Necromancer! Maintain such a standoffish cadence with me, and you may discover the answer to that question sooner than you would like. Of course, if even these generous terms may seem unagreeable to you, your people are more than welcome to leave Shimmering Isle by boat and take their chances somewhere along the shores of the Northlands or on the open seas. We would never consider rejecting such a benevolent Alpha Queen eager. I'm sure the other members, particularly the Rod Sparrow, also find these conditions more than acceptable. Isn't that so? Oh yes, indeed. A sinking feeling dwelled up in Devona's stomach. If he knew what it was to shallow eyes, he would have likened it to that. He did not wholly trust the dragon before him, and yet he knew he had little choice other than to enter into a magical binding agreement with no known end. He snuck a resigned glance to Raelian, and in the short exchange of looks, each felt but slightly more reassured by the other. Yep, happy to help however we can, Your Grace. I shall continue to do whatever ensures the good health of our people. I have sworn that much already. Lord Elodie, would you do the honors? Of ensuring that this is an unanimous vote, that is. I'm not so arrogant that you must walk on eggshells around me, Necromancer. And nor will I tolerate inordinate disrespect. Allow me to guess. You approach me with exceeding caution, as is wise of any being in the presence of a dragon, because you fear you have fled one oppressor only to nest in the clutches of another. I assure you we have no intention of extorting you, but I will see that we are duly compromised for what we are owed, and we are owed much. Very well then. Aye. My vote makes 5 in concurrence. Then the bond is sealed. This is all I require of you all. For now, you may leave. Oh, and Devana? Yes, Your Grace? You would do well to lift such a dour look off your face. After all, you will be the one among the 5 who will be seeing the most of me, for many years yet to come. Yes, Your Grace. To answer Arklitchby, I think it's more like a standard with... I mean, for one, liches and necromancers are often in conflict with authority, so it does make sense of them. And for two, we are specifically looking at 2 liches that have been alive for basically forever, who are beings of grand power themselves. Yes, Refuductal, I do not know why, but congratulations for sure. But now, Devana, what's next? To be fully honest, I am unsure for myself or anyone else. One battle is quelled just as another sparks, it seems. With so many deaths, that many more convocation positions have been made vacant. I fear a scramble for power in New Orleans is to begin soon. The brakes are practically breathing down our necks, and they've given me a plethora of tasks to complete using the rod, which in turn seems to have been overspent by the teleportation. The Chaos Empire will keep expanding in our absence. Danica is still out there, as is this King of Tides that the water elementals in the hills outside Cragston mentioned. And Adria, I should like to believe she is alive, somewhere, too. There's still much to do. I only worry that if my most paranoid fears are true, we may not be properly equipped for all that lies ahead. Well, whatever troubles await us in the coming days, you may continue to count on us, Devana. All of us. And after everything that transpired in the desert, you have our loyalty, unquestioned. And for that I am grateful indeed, my friends. Truly. To be continued. I mean, we can check. Let's see. Okay, no. I will check later, Refumi. It's right now I am kind of in a bit of a hurry and it would, it seems to take forever to skip through all those texts. So for now, thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for watching the campaign. I currently do not have plans to stream any next campaign. I will of course inform you on Discord and on Reddit if I decide to stream another campaign. And it seems I've already answered your question, AtLHB. So yeah, for now, thanks for watching. Also, thanks to everyone who named the scenario and who was active in the chat, because it makes the streaming much less lonely. So yeah, thanks for that, and see you some next time. Goodbye.